What's up, y'all? Got a banger from Peas World. Let's get straight into it.
You know you're actually getting old when your friends stop taking pregnancy tests with you and start taking it with their committed full-time partners.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do, though?
My friend thinks she's pregnant, and I was like, oh my God, let's get a test.
Stupid.
And she's like, well, like, if I am, I kind of gotta find out with him. And I'm like, oh, the guy that could be the dad?
What?
Oh, what? Dad beat over here? She's like, yeah. I'm losing my breath.
Yeah.
Bro, what? These women really want other women being single mom. This is crazy work. She's like, wait, you're not going to take a pregnancy test with me? That's the problem, though, with the dating market right now, is that ladies would rather go out there, get knocked up by a guy, and take a pregnancy test with their friend instead of going out there and getting pregnant by a man and getting a pregnancy test by this man. Well, here's the thing. You should also marry before you carry, in my opinion. I don't think you should just let guys blow their cheese in you and be like, oh, I think I'm pregnant, because you're one step away from being a single mom. And as we know, single moms produce 70 to 80% of the degeneracy in the U.S. today. So, yeah, less single moms, more nuclear families.
The white women that voted for Trump, you should cancel that self-tan membership. Why do you want to be brown?
What?
Isn't brown dirty? Isn't brown gross? Isn't brown, like, not what we want to be?
So just because you voted for a certain person, you're just an automatic racist now? What is that? The unhingedness of the left is absolutely wild to me, bro. They be saying some out-of-pocket things.
You literally just filmed yourself, watched it back, edited it, sent it to drafts to save it, put a caption, hashtags, reviewed it, and then posted that. Well, as a self-tanning girly myself, who very clearly gets injectables, which is also why my eyes are...
Bro, I need to tan. I'm pale as a ghost right now. Like, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, I need some sunlight, bro.
A little bit crusty dusty because I got my under eyes done today. Yeah, we don't mind people's colors, the colors of their skin. We don't come one, come all. Why is that the first thing that you think about when you look at somebody? That's so... One, you could use a spray tan. Okay, it might help you out. I'm not trying to be mean when I say that, but it helps a lot of people feel good from the outside, but also feel good inside. You know, I know that I'm having a really shitty day. I just put some self-tanner on and I feel like a million times better. That might help your personality a little bit. But number two, you're racist. Like, the fact that you just took all this time and you want to point out that you think that people who have brown skin or dark skin are dirty or gross, that's racist. Why would you ever think that? No.
Yeah, she just exposed herself pretty bad there.
Nobody who's a conservative thinks that. And it's only ever the lefties, in my experience, TikTok I'm saying this, but in my experience, it's only the lefties who push this really hateful racist commentary. And it always comes from white women. Why? Seems like you're projecting a little bit, because that's just, I don't ever, very, 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 very rarely get, he's watching TikTok. I very rarely get...
Hey, but she got a man. Good on her.
Blown away or lose my words while watching a TikTok, but this was one where I really sat back and I was like, wow, you just put that whole thought together and thought that it was appropriate to post online.
That Karen got online and thought, I'm cooking with this. And then the internet replied and they were like, how about no? Because you're not cooking with that, honey. You're not Gordon Ramsay. You're not Gordina. You're not Gordita Ramsay. You're none of it.
For everybody to see. It's the projection for me.
I know the dating scene sucks, but so does getting hurt in an accident. Have you ever found yourself involved in a personal injury case? As an image consultant, I meet a lot of clients who are actually recovering from all sorts of injuries, from car accidents to workplace injuries. And I was actually surprised to see how many people lose their personal injury cases, which is why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you do end up working with them, They're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida for $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. And the best part is, it's all free unless you win your case. Now, if you've also been the victim of a personal injury or a serious accident, you can visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, where you can start your free claim today. It's the projection for me.
I don't mean to get political, but have you ever seen a man and a woman break up and you're like, he was such a catch? Like, what is she gonna do without him? Oh my gosh, he is so much better off without her. Never! Have you ever seen that? I have never. I quite literally have never seen that.
Okay, you've never seen this. I definitely have. I've seen guys who dated women who put them down so often that when they finally broke up with her, it was like his entire life force had been returned to him. Like, I've seen guys become confident again just by being away from their ex. I've seen guys get so used by women that they've actually cried the first time a girl initiated doing something for them after that breakup. I've seen men spend entire marriages getting treated like a glorified ATM and being chastised for not being a real man if they demonstrated anything but strict stoicism, only to enter their second marriages and see what real reciprocation actually looks like. And I've seen women completely fall apart when they blow things with a good man. You ever hear of a Chad widow? That term exists for
Chad widow. Oh, that's good. That's good.
For a reason. Every single day a woman fumbles a good man by taking him for granted, testing him, or just assuming she can do better, but you're not going to hear about that because these women aren't going to tell on themselves, and men don't take their relationship issues to the internet like women do. But the cope was very cute. I do love the cope.
I've spoken about
I like her. The Dadvocate, she's cool. She is cool in my book. I vibe with her. She's tight. I appreciate her speaking out against these enraged women. So, because it's crazy out here right now.
You're a privileged white boy.
Why do you call me a privileged white boy?
That's what you are.
What does that even mean?
What exactly what I mean?
What privileges?
You're a privileged white boy.
What privileges do I have that you don't?
Everything.
Like what?
Everything.
Like what?
Man.
Name
You
one.
came out of a woman.
You called me a privileged white boy. That's kind of racist.
Freedom of speech. Racist.
I mean, I'm still yet to hear a privilege I have that you don't.
liberal white women call him.
Yeah, it's crazy. What privilege does he have that she doesn't have? I don't know. From what I've seen, like women are more college educated than men, unless maybe she's speaking of the privilege of bricklayers. Maybe that's what she's talking about. Or guys that do underwater welding, or guys that do more unalivings. Maybe that's the privilege she's talking about.
They're going to start jumping Southern women because we voted red. Not real sure that that's a great idea. Let me show you these leggings that I have. These are called lethal leggings. And
bro, Southern women are the worst one. You do not want to approach the Southern woman. She will throw hands with you, and more than likely, she's strapped like the Navy, bruv.
they have a little spot for your tool. So I was just sitting here, and I was going to do a makeup video. Oh.
Is that a bullet? Wait, hold on.
This woman's a savage, bro. She had a bullet as a mascara brush.
That's not my eyeshadow.
Now, what make y'all think y'all the only ones with that damn makeup kit? I have the same damn makeup kit. In fact, I have 4 of them. One with extra large brushes. You know damn well no one said nothing like that.
Look, all jokes aside.
Right, I love it. I love it. Well, that's the beauty of the South, man. You can go, dude. I don't think you guys realize. Like, I'm from Texas, and I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm in Texas. Loki, does somebody want some beef jerky? Free. Sit. Wait. Free. Bro, in Texas, let me get my yapper thing on here. In Texas, bro, you can go to freaking Walmart and buy a gun. You can go to Walmart. I'm not talking a Red Ryder BB gun, buddy boy. I'm talking about a straight up rifle, pistol. You can go get a pistola. You know, Academy, where you go get your Nike shoes and your pickleball paddles and your golf clubs and your baseball bats and your baseballs and your grills and your flat iron, you know what I mean, all that. You can buy a straight up gun. $400, 9mm. Little pow pow. Straight up. Clips, mags, all of it. It's crazy here in the South, man. We do not play. We do not play in the South.
The theme of this year's Women's March is We Won't Go Back. So I'm here to find out what we're not going back to. What are we not going back to?
1950s.
The 1950s. What are we not going back to? We're not going back to not having abortions, that's for sure. What are we not going back to?
What she said.
Back to the no sense. The nonsense. What is a woman?
Everything.
Everything.
Whatever she wants to be.
What is a woman? A hell of a lot more than a man.
With her husband right now.
Yeah, her husband's like, yeah, whatever she said. I'm just trying to get laid tonight, man. I'm just trying to get laid. If I have to agree with her and do this stupid march, I'll do whatever it takes, man. So we got to end this epidemic, bro.
When conservative men say they would like to settle down with conservative women, they mean that. That's true. But they're not giving you the full story. They would like to settle down with a conservative woman. They would like the end result to be a conservative woman. They would like their wife to be viewed as a conservative woman, the mother of their children to be a conservative woman. But they don't want to go out and date that woman ready-made.
False.
The fun part is finding a leftist woman, a more free-thinking woman, and breaking her spirit.
No.
That's what they mean when they say they want a conservative
I love it.
woman.
I love it. It's always women telling us what we think as men. She's like, no, this isn't what you want. This is actually what you want. It's like, no. Chat, let me know. We'll do a poll right now. Let me know. Do you guys want a leftist woman that you have to break like a wild Mustang? Like in the 1940s, and you find this wild Mustang, you got to break them and turn them into a Bronco or a show riding horse. Is that what you want to do? Or do you want a ready-made, out-of-the-box conservative woman? I'll be honest, I want a ready-made, out-of-the-box conservative woman. I don't want to have to train you. I don't want to have to, because here's the thing. And this is my theory on this. I think that a man, let's say he found a homeless woman on the street, he picked her up, got her clothes, let her move in, took care of her, bathed her, got her in some classes, got her some etiquette courses, like got her back on her feet. More than likely that woman would leave this man. But if you do it the other way around, like if a woman gets a man and helps him out, he will stay forever. Look at Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll and his chick. Jelly Roll was like in and out of prison, complete degenerate. She saved him. I don't remember her name, but she basically helped him out, and he is loyal to the T. But look at him. He's thriving right now. He's doing really well. He's selling out concerts. Bro, I was going through my Facebook the other day, and I saw one of the local rappers. He put up a freaking flyer, and Jelly Roll was on that flyer in 2012. He's selling out like Lucas Oil Live at Windstar Casino in Thackerville, Oklahoma. This man is winning. This man is winning. But he had a woman come in and save him. I don't think it works the other way around. But chat, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Do you think that if a man saves a woman, she'll stay loyal to him? I don't think she will. But I think if a woman saves a man, I think he'll stay loyal. So I don't know what this chick talking about. She kind of had me in the first half, but the nose ring was a telltale, I guess.
Start out that way. Because the fun part is changing her entirely. Is capturing her and making her fit into your patriarchal mold, because that is the prize at the end of the day. And so you as a conservative woman are essentially prepackaged meat at the grocery store for hunters. These men are not going to the grocery store looking for their women ready-made. They want to go.
I think she's confusing women getting ran through.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Versus women actually getting a man and like being in a relationship. There's a big difference here.
Out and kill the animal, because that's the fun part. There's no challenge in going to the grocery store and picking up a prime rib. They want to stare the cow down in the face before ruining its life by changing the cow entirely. It's not a cow anymore. It's meat. And tragically, conservative women who spend the better part of their lives trying to fit themselves into these prepackaged molds, it's completely for nothing.
Stupid.
Because nobody's shopping at that grocery store. It's going out of business. You are going to sit and rot waiting to be picked because you're cutting out the part.
Siri, show me her man. Hey Google, show me her relationship. She looks like a single woman.
That's the most fun, and that's the part where they get to be violent. So if you're catching what I'm saying, all women, conservative, moderate, liberal, anything, this way of thinking conservatively When it comes from a man, that needs to become extinct. It does not serve us anymore.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Misery loves company.
Why do
get
you
him,
continue
Elena
to
Bell.
serve
Get
it?
him.
This is a very hard code.
It's a hostile take right there. Just bad advice from a dumb woman.
Stupid.
Just really bad advice. I would not take that advice at all. Men want conservative women that are out the box conservative. We don't want to have to fight and train you like a wild Mustang. Unless I'm wrong. Chat, let me know. But I almost biggity bet you I'm right.
I think you read that wrong. You did not read it wrong. It is, in fact, $400 a month that she's paying somebody to work 40 hours a week. So I went and I checked the comments because I'm like, this is not possible. Turns out it's in Bali. And she's going hard after anybody that's commenting that this is basically taking advantage of the locals, being like, this is actually a lot of money for the locals, and liking all the comments of people that are explaining this. This is actually a lot of money for them. So she's actually paying a lot. This is exploitation. If you are a local that lives there and makes that kind of money a month, then it makes sense for you to pay somebody the salary at the local currency. But for you to go into another country and pay the absolute bare minimum and brag about this poor person that's chasing your kid around 40 hours a week for $400 a month, like it's a flex while you're drinking margarita. Isn't it nice? This is why people hate you. This is why other countries do not want Americans there. Because you're coming there to take advantage of the locals. And do not give me the BS of, that's just the local price. What did you expect her to do? I expected her to pay more. That's what I expected. Just because you can do it doesn't mean it's right. And if you can afford to travel there and bring your whole family with you, I'm pretty sure you can throw in a few extra $100. $400 a month. A month. I think all the people defending this are the problem.
Sometimes just...
We should have to do a mental health check before we give people a phone these days. Like, all right, let's do an IQ test. Okay, well, you're not allowed to have TikTok, Instagram, no social media for you. No social media for you. Like, what? If 400, I think from what I've seen, you can live in a mansion or like a villa for $700 a month. $400 a month to watch a kid seems like it's very good for that area. Like, there's a reason there's currency, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, different currency rates in different countries. Like, $1,000 here is a lot of money in Bali. What are you talking about?
It is so crazy to me how celebrated specifically women are when they get engaged, and how much it proves that society still views like marriage, especially between a man and a woman, as like the ultimate milestone and the ultimate thing worth celebrating, even if we don't realize that we're doing that. I've been sitting on these thoughts for so long, and when I think about it for too long, it honestly upsets me, because I'm not saying that we shouldn't be celebrating engaged couples and that I don't want the attention or the celebration, because frankly I love it. But I released a book with a big...
I love it. I love it. Talking about it's so awful to celebrate it, even though she's like, I like it. I think it's good. Like, what?
5 publisher at the age of 25 years old last year, and I've gone to grad school and undergrad, and there are
a book published by a 25-year-old. Probably got a ton of life experience in that one.
People who are getting PhDs and becoming doctors and surgeons and going to med school, and all of those milestones combined don't even get nearly as celebrated or as much attention or as much affirmation or as much validation as when you get engaged. Like,
why does it matter to you?
Well, you want to know why, though? Is because you're doing something that's more than yourself. Getting a career, you do it yourself. Getting a good job, you do it yourself. Go getting an education, you do it yourself. This is the one time in your life where you're doing something that doesn't have a monetary gain most of the time, and you're doing something that's selfless. Being in a relationship says that you can work and cohabitate with another person and say, you know what? I'm doing something that's selfless. That should be congratulated. That should be celebrated. But a lot of you ladies think that your doctorate should get more praise than you being in a relationship. No. Being in a relationship should get more praise than your doctorate.
Close, not even close. It just really does illuminate what society deems is worth celebrating and what milestones society views as important. And even though we feel like we're getting away from that heteronormative view of the world, it's really
heteronormative. That's a new buzzword. I haven't heard that one.
Still so ingrained in our societal norm, because like, I'm not saying that I'm above this at all. I freak the fuck out when someone gets engaged. And I'm not saying I don't want to be excited for people and I don't want to celebrate people. I'm saying that the importance that we put on it is far, 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 far more than any other achievement or milestone that you could possibly attain. And is it really an achievement? like the worst people in the world get married. Like, sure, like
Yeah, the worst people in the world get degrees.
Yeah, and also the dumbest people in the world get degrees. What are you talking about, honey?
effort, and like you're the version of yourself that was meant to meet this person. But is it an achievement, or is it more of a milestone that's treated like an achievement? When I think too much about it, I start to get really frustrated because I'm like, fuck, like
stop thinking.
Stupid.
Stop thinking then. If it really grinds your gears that much, stop thinking about it.
So many people choose not to get married, don't want to, or don't, and they will never be this celebrated in their entire lives because they don't want to get married. Make it make sense. Like, she got a PhD. Who the fuck cares that she didn't get married?
And who the fuck cares about it?
PhDs don't procreate. PhDs don't allow you to have a family. PhDs don't let you experience some of the most beautiful things in life. You'd think, what's so funny to me is you would think that people would realize that if certain things are celebrated that are societal norms, more than likely they're probably a good thing, right? Getting married, starting a family. Historically, if that's always been celebrated, more than likely that means it's a good thing. You getting a degree doesn't always mean it's a good thing. Sometimes when you get a good degree and you get a good job, it means more isolation. Like you become a doctor, you've dedicated probably 30 to 35 years of your life on a profession. Oh, great, now you're 35. Now you get to work. Now you get to work 40 to 60 hours a week and be on call. Do you get to make a lot of money? Of course you do. But you get to trade a lot of your time for money. And the thing is, there's a lot of doctors out there that are miserable. There's a lot of actors out there that are miserable. Unless you're doing what you really want to do and you wake up excited about it, you're probably going to be pretty miserable. That's why I say, dude, life is too short. Jim Carrey talks about this. He's like, life is too short. You might as well go out there and fail doing what you love to do versus succeed or exceed doing what you don't want to do. Because like we can all go get a job, we can all go do these things, but like before I was doing the YouTube thing, I was working a 9 to 5. I worked a 9 to 5 for a decade, 10 years. People ask me, Levi, how'd you do it? I said, I worked in corporate sales for a decade. That's what I did, 10 years. And then after 10 years, well, not after 10 years, so I worked a 9 to 5, and then after that, I worked a 5 to 9. I started this YouTube channel in November of last year. Shout out to you guys. Working a 9 to 5 and then doing a 5 to 9. Every day. And on the weekends, putting in time on this. And on the weekends, putting in time on this, putting time on Instagram, well, social media, learning streaming, learning the computer setup, learning everything, you know what I mean? So if you're ever feeling down, you're ever feeling depressed, go learn something. Don't sit there and try to fill a void with something that makes you happy. Like, don't go do drugs. Don't go drink. Don't go out and do stupid things. Don't go out and, spend money on things that aren't going to, really do anything for you. Go out there and learn something. And if that means learning a new video game, learning new mechanics, learning a new skill set, go learn something. That will get you out of that rut, I promise you, way faster than doing anything else. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Where's the outro here? Peace.